Hello, 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 and welcome to
Hey,
another
what's
episode
up?
of Chat About Toronto. We are your hosts, Miss Tea,
And I am Melizia, aka Black Rose.
and today we
Woo
are
woo.
joined by one of our guests, our friends of the show, Denise.
Can I?
AKA Miss Azeez.
Hey, hey,
Ooh,
hey,
can I just say
Miss
I was
Azeez, if
I
you're
was
nasty.
oh I must say I was kind of hating a little bit, just a little bit, when I saw you guys come on when you guys had your
Our
individual
show,
live.
oh, man.
I was like, this shit is juicy. I need to be on the show when Denise is on because this was a
Right?
good juicy show. Because you guys looked like you guys had so much more to talk about.
we
even
had a
beyond
ball.
that.
We did. We spent all night, but thank you for having me back. Thank you,
Welcome.
ladies.
Yes.
So
And,
glad to have you.
It's nice to be back into the mix, for sure.
Right?
Nice to be. part of
This
the chat
is
program.
an interesting episode. We brought Miss Denise Azeez on so we can talk about
Exes.
exes. X to the next.
Let me
I
sip
like
my
that
tea.
one.
Let me sip
Right?
my tea.
Right, sip
Let's
that.
all take a sip and a cheers for that.
We should
let's
do a cheers
toast
for
to
just
the
for this
exes.
episode. Yes.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Wish y'all well.
I don't know if I. No, I wish you well. I do.
Thank
I do.
you.
Oh gosh,
Next.
Mel.
I do.
Yeah,
I was-
like Ariana Grande says, "Thank you." Next.
Right? Okay. So let me tell you, let me ask you guys, are you guys friends with any of your exes?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say acquaintances. I wouldn't quote friends. I don't. I think friends is somebody that I would actually like rely on, like someone I would depend on.
Yeah.
So I don't. I'm still cool with pretty much all of my exes except for one, because that was just traumatic.
Mm.
But other than that, everybody else I'm still cool with. I mean, I still talk to them. They said
I am friends with some of my exes.
Yeah. Some. Not all.
Some,
for
not
me.
all.
Not all.
Not all of y'all. But some. I feel like, I don't know. I've never wanted to have like animosity or any kind of tension, whatever like that. So I know sometimes people just don't work out together, right? And
Right.
I'm okay with us just going our own way.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a slice, but But some of them I'm just like, and others I'm like, I still will have love for them. And like I still
Yes.
check for them. We talk often.
Yes.
We'll touch base and check in on families and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't mind being friends with an ex.
so. I had some people who said that what is the point of keeping that person as your ex, like as a friend? Because it's like, what is the benefit of that person in your life at that particular moment? Like, why do we still hold on to things that we should probably detach from?
I mean, I think it all depends on the situation and like why you broke up with the person.
Right.
Right?
How did it end? Did it end
Yeah.
amicably? Because some people can part ways amicably.
Mhm.
Didn't work out. We grew apart. I appreciate the time we spent together.
Right.
Maybe our families are connected, so we can still be cool.
Right.
If it ended traumatically, like you
Yeah,
mentioned that
yeah,
word,
yeah.
I'd have to say we probably should sever those ones completely. And there
Absolutely.
are a few for me that I have had to sever completely, but somehow they managed to come back.
They
They
always
go
come back.
They
They always.
always come
What? No,
back.
ladies, what do you think it is? Like, why?
It's the
Why
good one.
is it?
No.
It's the pussy.
It's the good one.
Can I say pussy?
Yes. Here you can say
Say
it.
it.
Chop out, we don't have rules.
No rules.
No rules.
We do not.
It's the
edit.
good. It's the good. It's the
It's the
good.
good.
And if you're a good person, I think if you're a good person, but I have a friend, two of my good girlfriends say the same thing. They always come
Yeah,
back.
always. They'll find a way.
I think that I think people know good people, and I think they'll
Yes.
always remember the people who've been good to them, even if things didn't work out,
Yeah.
even if whatever. They always remember the good times that they had with you,
Yes.
and I think that's what brings them back. You know what I mean? They keep on coming and like they just keep on being around and trying to be in your mix and being in your
Because
the
they lost
circle.
a good one. They lost a good
Yeah,
one. I think
they
some
know.
know that they lost a good one.
Yes.
And maybe they may not have been ready at the time,
Mhm.
which is fine. But when you get ready, know that I may not be here waiting for you.
Right.
Right?
I might not wait for you.
I will not be waiting for you. I'm just gonna let you know. Once we're done, it's a wrap. I'm not coming backwards. One thing about me, I move forward. I
Right.
don't move backwards. And like if you feel that you weren't willing to try at that particular time to see where it could go or what could possibly happen, and you just give up, I'm turned off. So even the friendship, I can't be a friend unless we have some kind of business ties. Business ties, you can help me do better. Other than that, send me memes on Instagram and I'm cool with that. We don't need to be friends. We don't need to be whatever, but there's no beef thing, you know? Because you're right. What you guys said, I agree. It's like, it was that particular, that person was with you for that particular moment.
Season, absolutely.
Yeah. So I can respect that. But me, don't even, me, I have this saying, African saying, we mark it on the wall. I always tell guys, hey, me, I will mark it on the wall. Don't ever come back here and tell me that you want to be with me because it's not going to happen. Ever. I'm very cold.
I am the same. And I have to tell you, I went backwards one time.
But what made you want to go backwards? Before you tell your story, what made you decide to go back?
So I am
It was a dick, right?
It was not only the dick. No, so the first of all, that was the very first and only and last time that I'm going back to anybody ex. Now, I felt like giving the whole situation another try.
Okay.
Because I felt like when we broke up, it was dumb why we broke up.
Okay.
It was off of a stupid little misunderstanding. So I figured like everything else was good in that. So why not?
Would you try again?
Sure.
Why not give it another try? And there was also not a big long time in between.
Okay.
Right. So I was like, okay. Even though I still think he's a little ass, but okay, you could give it an next try. You know what I mean? But I would never, and that was always my principles before. I will never. I'm not a crab. I'm not walking backwards. I'm not doing that. Right? And I'm not doing it again because. As I should have followed my gut and not gone back, I did. And now we done.
Yeah. And maybe that was the closure that you guys needed.
Could have been.
Maybe there were some things unresolved.
Right.
And you went back to try to resolve them. You could not resolve them. And then you closed the chapter. And sometimes you need to reread a chapter.
Yes, you do.
In order to move
understand
on to
it.
But when you closed it, the reason why you broke up the second time, was it the same reason as the first time? Holy shit.
No.
So brand new issues.
Different brand new issues.
Yikes.
No, I'm sorry.
Right?
So
So I'm like, no, I'm good. And that was my lesson. Follow your gut. Don't go back on your standards and your principles.
Yeah.
You have them for a reason.
Yeah.
Everybody has different reasons, different things about their life, how they govern their life.
Yeah.
But that was one of my things that I should have never gone backward on. But I don't ever have regrets. I feel like all experiences are good ones because you learn from them, whether they're blessings or lessons or both. You learn from them, you move on, but listen to yourself and don't do shit next time. You know what I mean?
I think it's understandable when two people get back together when they both kind of messed up. Like, you know what I mean? Like when it's both people where they kind of just separated, it's understandable when they come back together. But if it's one person
if somebody violated,
yeah. No.
Hey, me, my heart, I can't. So shout out to everybody on Instagram. Make sure you follow us, Chatball Toronto on Instagram. So I did do a poll.
Yes.
And I asked most of the people, like, can you remain friends with your ex? Majority of them said yes. There were some that like highlighted that were just like, oh my God, this is so exciting. So someone said, yes, everyone is not meant to be in a relationship with you. But when you're mature and both of you are good people, why not?
Yes.
Okay. Somebody else said yes. Just have to be respectful and mindful of boundaries. Somebody else also said yes if the breakup was mutual and there are no hard feelings. Someone said maybe, but not for me though. And then some girls said nah, capital NAH, next. No, I'm not doing it. And then some people said depending on the relationship, how it ended. Someone said no, not if they're angry and toxic.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes. The toxicity is definitely reasons and grounds to not talk back to your ex. Because they are triggers and they're always going to keep you in that loop of,
Yes.
Cut that.
But I think we can all say, and I mean, I can say, it's the toxic dudes who have the best
sex.
And we get dickmatized as women, and they reel us back like this with a fishing rod. And you're
just go like this.
Yeah, you're like this. But my friend, but I was leaving, and then I coming back. Well, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go look a bit.
Yeah, let me get one more round on the merry-go-round. Let me take one more ride on the polar vortex at Wonderland. Yeah. Till your neck start to hurt, and then you're like, oh God,
And
I
you're
should have
vomiting.
and you're vomiting and thing. It's the toxicity for some of us. We've all gone back to
Why
something toxic.
is that? Is it the craziness of it? Is it the like? They're usually really crazy-ish.
I
kind
think
of.
when you're in a toxic relationship and the sex
the
is
passion.
good, it's the
Yeah.
passion you end up focusing on.
Mhm.
So you don't write a pros and cons list. Like even if you did write the pros and cons
Yeah.
list, it's kind
The
of
dick
like
will still be there
Yeah.
8 times on the pro list.
And like maybe the one good thing he did for you, like
Yeah.
he paid your rent or he
Yeah,
did
he's nice
this.
to my
He's nice to my
mom.
mom.
Yes. Oh, my family likes him.
Yeah.
So then that's when we kind
He
of
makes
are
me
able
breakfast.
to yes. We don't I think
Before
our
sunrise.
with women and that's what I see the breakfast.
She said so does sunrise.
So
I would go back to
Don't
that
kill
reason.
me.
I go back to
Pass
that
for
reason.
McBreakfast.
Yeah, McDonald's is McBreakfast a big
To me, that's how you're covered. No.
so then let me ask you guys something. So would you guys be okay if your partner is really good friends with their ex?
When you say really good friends, how
Like,
really?
She's one of the dudes. Like she's part of the clique now. She's belong. Like he talks to her. They check for each other. Her birthday. So you may have to go to like birthday parties and events, and you gotta smile up as the new thing. Like
You know, I have to say,
You said tea.
typically, I would say hell to the no.
Mm.
However,
Okay.
I have to put myself in that position because I'm cool with some of my exes.
right.
Okay.
And I would be invited to their birthday party. I
Okay.
would be, talking to them on a regular basis kind of thing. So I have to say that if, I would have to know, I would have to know everything about their relationship
Right.
and why
I
they
think-
broke
I
up
think that's important.
and how they interact. Because there are people who've dated and maybe it wasn't a serious relationship.
Right. What's
Maybe it
their
was-
history? Do
what's-
they have
yeah.
children?
Right.
So if you have children,
That's
depending
what I was
on the
gonna
age
say.
of the children. So if you guys have teenagers
Right.
and you maintain a very good co-parenting relationship, then I am okay with them being part
Okay.
of that.
Yeah.
Right.
But your baby can't, like, you couldn't have just cut the umbilical cord and
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, let's
I'm
go
at my
to
baby
her.
mother's house this weekend.
Right.
Nope.
There are some, that's a red flag for me.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, I think it depends, right? For certain girls, and I will say this about us, we are on Team Pretty. So girls are intimidated by us. Let me let you know. Wait, no, let me let you know.
She
Your
said, wait.
girlfriend,
She said, wait.
your new ting is gonna be mad at me. So I'm gonna come to your party, and I'm gonna look like two snacks: a 2-piece biscuit meal with the drink and the biscuit, and the fries on the side, and
The
maybe
buttermilk
even
biscuit,
the buttermilk,
honey.
and like the apple pie wrapped up. And your old girl is gonna be mad that you leveled up. Because I'm gonna date a dude who leveled up with me. Anyone who comes to me, you have leveled
Leveling
up.
You're leveling up.
So
honey.
Yeah.
we all, don't get me wrong. We all have a jealous piece of us, a
All of
streak. I
us.
have
All
it
of
too.
us.
We've all
Me too.
experienced that jealous streak. Of
Yeah.
course, we're human beings.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, remember who the fuck you are.
That's right. Okay.
I also
And she
do
will too.
And I also do
Oh.
think sometimes it's not even only about the looks that sometimes bothers the new girlfriend or the new wife or whatever. It's
Right.
also your confidence.
Yes.
And I think
Mhm.
sometimes when you're confident, it bothers them because
Yes.
now they can't read you because you're not
Mhm.
thirsty. You're
Right.
not, you're not
not
rattled by anything. You love their love and you're like
Right.
probably like that loudest one and they don't, women for some reason don't like that. For me personally, hey. Like I said earlier, if you're my ex and you're not getting me money right now at this particular moment, or there's nothing that you can elevate my life for, and my man tells me he has a best friend that's his ex, that ex better be from 10 years ago. Like, you
Mhm.
can't tell me that this is an ex you guys broke up 6 months
No.
ago
No.
or whatever,
No,
and then
no.
I'm gonna be okay. Because if you're not, because creatives, I date a lot of guys who are creatives, and I get it because they have their little their circle. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that person that they may have dated was part of the crew, and I guess I would have to be okay with it. But if she is just an English teacher, and you're gonna call me today and tell me that you're still talking to someone from 6 months, I'm gonna say no, can do. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Agreed.
I'm not dealing with that. Your university girl, your thing, she ends up being one of the dudes.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Right.
But you know what? That is an easy fix for that.
What?
You talking to one of your exes. Because no man likes that. No. I just mean, I know that. No, listen.
Kids out there.
No, because you know what?
What would Jesus do? That's not the answer.
Jesus would talk to his ex thing.
He ain't going back to Mary. You know, he's done.
Mary's his mother.
Well, sorry.
Mary Magdalene. That's a
okay.
thing. That's a thing.
He ain't going to Mary Magdalene
But
when
what?
he's leaving Jezebel. No.
I'm saying when your man wants to have that conversation with you about the fact that, hey, I talked to my ex, blah, blah, blah. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're good with
See
that
how he
because I'm
reacts.
also friends with my ex.
Right.
So we're like this.
I agree. So let me ask you a question. So have either of you ever stalked your ex? I'm not like, it could be any kind of stalking. It could be social media stalking. It could be driving by his house, following his girlfriend, seeing what she do.
Girl, what? I'm offended.
I'm sorry.
Offended.
What?
Have you?
What? Personally, never driven by a guy's house to see if he's home or checked his girlfriend. Have I checked his social media? Sure, for sure.
Yeah.
See what you're doing. What are you up to? Do I want to see if you're with somebody new? Sure. I don't know if I would classify that as stalking.
It's stalking.
Okay. Sorry.
Ow. I've done a little bit of social media stalking, you know, to check and see, you know, what are they doing now?
Right.
Who's the new thing? Like, you know,
You
that kind of
drive by no
stuff.
nigga's
But
house
I ain't
then?
never drive by nobody's house. I'm sorry. That's crazy.
I've never I don't even drive, so I don't
You have an Uber?
I just take an Uber and go
Yeah,
I'd be like,
dude. If you're doing that, you need therapy and counseling. and you call us, and we will come
You know
with the
what I mean?
wine.
With the wine.
Because if you're taking
And
an
a
Uber
movie.
to stalk your ex, ladies, no, ma'am, call me because you need help.
We're going to talk you off the
It's
ledge.
sad.
Off the ledge. But I have had a guy like message me, an ex message me, and be like, and late, right? Hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, I ain't about this life right now, and it was late. And I was this was when I lived in a house, and I was in my room, and then 10 minutes later, he sent me a text with a picture with my light on. So he was in his car sitting outside of my house, and he's like, oh, are you trying to say that you're not up?
me? 911! 911! 119! Whatever I'm calling the police on you. What are you coming to my house for?
I just turned the phone off and went to bed with the light on because I'm like, I didn't even get up to turn the light off because I didn't know how long. I didn't peep at the window. I just went to I turned
Oh
over
my
and went to sleep.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, no.
Oh my god.
I mean, I have had more extreme too. I had an ex tattoo my name and my date of birth on his back after we broke up and show it to me in hopes to get me back. And I just thought
He didn't even like henna that shit. He actually tattooed it.
he did.
Wait a minute.
Tasha, what man you know is gonna do henna? Who is gonna do henna? Who is going to do man? Is this guy to do henna?
And he went far. Like he would follow me to school. This is when I was in university. He came to my house once. He came to my house once when I wasn't home. He knew I was at work, and he said to my mom, I was in my 20s, and he said to my mom, Denise has my resume on her computer, so I need to check it. My mom's like, of course, go.
Oh
we've been
my
dating
God,
for
no,
5,
mom,
6
you
years.
can't do that.
And so she let him go use the computer, and he searched and found. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was doing dirt.
Oh, so you were.
I was doing dirt, and he found the dirt, and then forwarded it all to himself, and like was just looking through all my stuff to see who I was communicating with. But that's a lot. Or I would come home from a party, and I would see. And I couldn't identify if it was his car, but you know, you see a car run away, and then when you go to shut the door, then the car drives away. Things like that. So it was extreme. And then the tattoo piece, and then the going through my computer, and then he would be confronting me. He would be by my car outside of work, and I had to then say I thought I could handle it. And then when I told my mother about it, well, you know, Caribbean mother.
Yeah, African.
Mother.
Yeah.
Once you tell your mother that something's going on, she picked up the phone and she said, "Hi, hello, fella.
Yes.
Hi, hello,
Yep.
hello, young fella."
Mm-hmm.
She said, "If you don't leave my good girl, pick me alone."
Exactly.
She said, "I even called in the police. She should go and get her rusty cutlass by the back door for he." And he
Wow.
left me alone.
He left you alone.
Yeah.
I had
Oh
one
my
guy.
Scary a
gosh,
little
that's
while.
really
Yeah.
scary.
He even actually, sorry, even busted in on me
No,
at another nigga's house.
no,
he came and he knocked on the
No,
door.
What?
he didn't.
I was at another dude's
Violation.
house. Yeah.
Violation.
F?
See, this is what I'm saying. And that something like, well, I
You
didn't
could
have
have got
that
shot. Like, you could
extreme.
have got shot. Like, you don't just
You
roll
don't
up at another dude's
know.
house.
Exactly.
He rolled up, and that guy was very
Upset.
That guy. So it was me and that guy and his roommate and his girlfriend. So
Oh,
the four of us
hell
were watching
no.
a movie.
Yeah.
And he knocked the door. He was so drunk. And I think that's what gave him the liquid courage to come and do it. He was
That's
very
embarrassing.
drunk. It was embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
That guy that I was seeing was very upset with me and with him because he's like, "Who is
like,
this
well, yeah,
dude?"
why does this guy feel like he could do that?
And his roommate was very, very upset.
And then that
They
makes
were
a guy
going to
turn-
kill him.
And that would make him turn off.
And you think some
to date
random,
you.
Correct, because he's like, what
yeah,
kind of crazy guy?
what
do you
kind of
have fun?
madness you bring into my door?
Well, and then I mean, it turned out nicely because then he was like, "Well, what made him stop me like this?" And I said, "Well,
Gold dust, my brother.
You know.
Gold dust.
sprinklings.
That's
of it,
all
you
me
know.
get.
Sprinkling.
Gold, just sprinkle the gold dust, and now you get the magic. Kind of
No.
look, pum pum obia, pum
Yes.
pum obia. Just not even intentional. Just the way the energy flows. There's nothing. There's nothing you can do,
Yo.
Denise. There's nothing you can do about
You
that.
turn that
Ladies,
boy
drink your water, take your
food.
probiotics. You'll have it too.
Eat your fruit.
Eat your fruit.
Okay.
You'll have it too. Keep your pH levels proper. Let these niggas mess up
Word.
your pH levels, ladies.
And don't let them
That-
dumb you out. Okay.
That happened to me once.
Okay.
But I broke up with him. It wasn't a long time. I realized he was crazy within like 3 weeks. And I was like, nah, I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
I have low self-esteem, but I'm definitely not desperate. I am not desperate. And he used to call me every single day. And he would make sure he filled up my voicemail so that I wouldn't get any voicemail
From
like
somebody
From
else.
anybody else?
So
He was
like
looking for a job and an
it
interviewer
was
was calling your phone.
exactly. And he would just call and call, and sometimes he would call and just be talking to a friend and then be talking bad about me. So what
So
he
you
would
could hear
do,
him?
yeah, like yo, I'm
What
this
was that?
bitch, yo, I was fucking talking to her and da 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 da.
Wow.
And then
Those
da
are
da da da.
shady.
No. First, it would go nicely. It would start. The voice message would be like, "Yo, I don't know. I've been trying to get to the hold of this girl. I love her so much." Da 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 da. Then the next message would go on. Yo, fuck her. She's a fucking this, that, whore.
That
This.
sounds like a friggin' Slim Shady track called Stan.
It was
Like
crazy.
every message gets worse.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
It was getting worse every single time, and he would fill it to the top
Nah.
No.
That's
every day.
madness.
Sir.
every day.
Girl.
Every day until.
every day.
Well, how did you get it to stop?
I changed my number.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm not.
I
changing
just
my
think-
good phone
No,
number.
exactly. You're not longer
phone.
at this number. Hello.
I had
I will
to
block
change
your
it.
ass.
Block.
Don't-
I'll come into your house with my mother rusty cutlass for you. Like
I
I'm from, so I don't know where you guys
am
come, but I'm from Scarborough. I'm gonna
Scarborough.
rally the goons
Okay.
and send my goons for you.
All I can just tell my
because-
brothers, okay? You're done. You're done.
Funny
Them
thing,
fellas
I didn't
from
tell
Laventille
no.
and Dick.
Okay. You're
Funny
done.
thing, I did not tell anybody.
Mhm.
Of course, we're gonna do top
Top it,
ups.
top.
The effect. Remember, I told you. See, right? No one understand what I mean about the effect when people hear the wine. It's like they feel like they're part of chatbot. You know what I mean? They feel like they're engaged in this beautiful conversation that we're having right now. Oh. Someone told me that I look drunk in the last one, so I don't want to.
Really?
On the live, I look so high and drunk, so we were laughing about it. So I'm just trying to.
Oh, but you weren't good.
Exactly. I took a picture of the bottle because remember I brought it home,
Yeah.
right? And then I brought the bottle and I took a
We
picture of
drank
it.
half.
Yeah, not even
Not
just
even.
half. And then the person was like, "Oh, you didn't have to show me that, but you
Clearly.
you told me I was
trying
drunk."
to shame me. Yeah.
And I'm
shame
tired of people. And granted, I know that it's probably funny and because
Mhm.
me and you are cool, it's a joke, whatever. And I don't think people understand the repercussions of what I've been dealing with
me. Mhm.
prior So like even if you're my brethren and you're making that comment, it's triggering. It's triggering for me. It's not. I'm not trying to be rude to that particular person because I didn't need to be extra and take the picture of the wine bottle. But it was just like I'm just triggered at this particular moment because I'm just like,
it's because you got those big Bambi eyes with the lashes that make you look like, you know, the sexy eyes that make you look like you're a little tipsy, but it's the lashes.
It's the lashes. Relax.
I like ganja, but relax. I'm not like if I was completely high. Exactly. If I was completely high on live, you would not even know what the hell I'm saying.
Right.
Because first of all, she wouldn't even be talking. That's the number one thing. If you know Mel, when Mel is high, Mel does stop. She don't speak.
Don't say nothing.
She just be whining up herself. She don't say nothing. She just be in a zone.
Yo, remember the time you saw me at Soak or Die?
Girl, if I remember.
She messaged me after to ask me if I'm okay because this situation happened. Girl. I know off topic. I decided to do cotton candy, weed cotton candy. So I took that and I was like, yo, I don't feel shit. Whatever. Soft things. Always. Then I took a couple of shots of Henny. Oh, right? Ma'am. And then I had a spliff.
And a spliff.
Oh, ma'am.
So I'm here at Soka Die thinking that I'm okay.
My eyes were chinky. Chinks, bro. Like she couldn't even keep the lashes open, dog. I'm like, yo, Mel. She's like, I'm like, whoa, okay.
And you know sometimes soca something just take your soul sometimes.
Like you're such a
right?
bubble. She bubbling like a soup. Okay? I said, okay, girl.
Well done. Yes.
Yes, cheers. Oh God.
Oh shit.
She drunk, yes. She
I mean, COVID's ruined my life. Like I can't even drink. But anyway,
what's the next question?
Next question. Okay. Right. So next question is: have you guys ever had sex with your ex? That's a yes.
Hey, sometimes you have to. But sometimes the breakup is sudden.
Yes.
So you need a little refresher, a little bit.
Some closure.
Yeah. So
closure. Yeah.
So yes, I have still had sex with my ex, but what the problem is with my exes that had sex with me after or made out with me after, they thought that it was going to continue after that particular time. Yes. But when I'm done, my pum pum's done, and it feels good for that particular moment. It's done.
I've had sex with an ex, but not immediately after we broke up. Because after we broke up, I don't know, because I was mad. So after we broke up, I didn't want to have sex. So I was like, you will never in life.
It's her inner Virgo.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You will never in life get this pussy again. Ever. Ever. And then like,
3 months later,
not even, no, longer than that. Like maybe like a year later.
Oh.
See them again. I was like,
a year.
A year.
No, that's too much for me. No.
You look thick and nice.
Yeah. No.
Wait a minute. Did you get a tan?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Have you been
working
out?
Taller.
Have you been working out?
Right? You're like, oh. Okay.
No.
All right. So do you have a girl?
But if he had a girl, would it make a difference?
Probably not. But I was like,
situations.
And so after that, I kind of cycled him back in a little bit because I was in a little dry spell, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I had to cycle him back in. He was a little regular for a period. But we never got back together or anything, like, you know, it was just like nice because it was lovely.
Yeah.
But lovely. But so, you know, but after that, you know, it was just okay.
How did you, because I think a lot of men don't realize that women can use you when we have dry spells. And don't think just because the woman is fucking you, even though you broke up, it's not a gateway for you to come back.
Nope.
It's not a gateway for you to buy gifts. It's not a gateway. Just run your dick and go.
It just depends on the woman too, because some women be like caught up, and that's why they're doing it.
Yes.
And they kind of get back into the whole routine of the dick. But guess what? Not every woman. A lot of women nowadays just need you to fuck and go. Bye. Don't even sleep over. And eat before you come. Don't come to my house to eat because you're eating one thing.
I'm feeding you and providing you with drinks, but don't get it twisted. I just feel bad.
I don't know why you feel bad. Eat before you come.
Because it's like, and more times too, like if they, oh, here I said more times. Ugh.
Oh,
Anyway,
What?
when
We're
they
from Toronto.
come,
More times.
that's true. When they come,
I'm from Toronto.
it's like they sometimes will say they see. This is my problem. I don't, because I have a friend who told me as soon as he opens the door, tell him to take off his clothes.
Yep.
And fuck him right then and there.
Yep.
Right? And then when you're done, he's gone.
Yep.
Right?
Oh.
I
He is gonna go mad. That's why this fuckers stalk you guys. That's why.
So
Instead
I don't
of
do
having
that.
him come in and sit down. And
I
then
do
your
that. I
Netflix
do.
in.
How was your week?
How was your
we
week?
peek-
Small talking. And
yes, the person will like lay down on my couch. I have this
Yes.
green couch that
Nope.
every man love to lay upon it. And then as soon as they lay on this couch, even females, their whole I know everybody's business by the time they come off of this
that
couch.
has OBI, yeah.
I
That couch
think
is
it's
sage.
right, I
I
put Palo Santo in the area every day. So like they will be in the
Same
section and
house.
then it will go from, okay, we'll spend a couple hours.
Yeah.
Then you know what, Mel? Just book your whole day. Granted, I'll get sex three,
In the
four
day?
times. Because if I
they're there long
if I
enough.
slot them, then
Yeah,
They will
long
ride them
enough,
out to right?
right?
ass to do in there.
I don't date men who
Ugh.
don't work out, eh?
That's
You
what
don't
you're
work
there for, you come
out,
to
you don't
ride.
get this pussy. Because then I know you can't handle it. I don't want heavy breathing. I don't want you. I don't want any of that. I don't. So
Don't-
like,
Don't be panting in the pussy, yeah?
don't be panting. And if you're an ex, you better come with your A game because you are having to be serious about what you're putting here to keep it continuous. But what I was saying is that I don't know, even with my exes, I don't know how to break it up. So I will still treat you
Yes.
the same way.
Girl,
We're
I
gonna
know.
eat. We're
But I
gonna
don't-
shower.
right.
We're gonna, yeah.
I
No,
know.
not shower.
Oh.
You can shower alone. Wipe your balls off before you leave, or if you want to do
You'll
round,
get some wipes.
if you want to do a round two, wipes.
Yeah, you're not washing your dick in my sink.
No, not in the sink. He just goes in your
That's
shower.
what you think.
Do dudes do that?
Don't let guys go in your bathroom by themselves and close that door.
They wash your dick in your
They
sink.
wash their dick in your sink. Don't ever let a nigga go in your room, in your bathroom,
They
and close that door. Because if he's not going in the shower, he's rinsing
washing
his
his
dick and
dick
his
in your
balls
Okay, wait.
where you wash your face and brush
Hey,
your
wait.
teeth.
Hey, wait,
and rubbing it on your hand towel.
wait,
Okay, exactly.
Wait.
He's
So
holding
wait.
his dick up and so many towels.
What are the rules? Because if wait, ladies, because I need to learn from. Okay, wait. What are the rules? Because for me, if you bust and you're lying in my bed, I get up. Because
Get you a washcloth.
I get hit.
That-
I go and pee first because I need to
Yes.
take the semen. I don't care if it's condom.
Don't kill me.
Condom, no condom. I don't take risks. I just pee. I just want to pee. I just pee it hard. I make the pee come out fast.
But watch me.
And then I will bring the towel
Yes.
with
the
a
same.
little
Hot
warm
water,
water
yes,
on it,
for you
and
to
I
wipe
will
off.
either
I wipe
That
wipe you
is
off.
not treatment for every hoe. Every hoe cannot get that treatment. I'm sorry. That is
I
for
feel
the
you.
man them who you care about, the people that you rate. That's for your man. That's for even your little fuck buddy that you and them see. That's your bridge. That's cool. But if it's some come true fuck and leave you mad, take some wipe strength. Wipe up yourself.
But would you want to wipe your pum pum with wipes? Like,
Yeah.
how would you feel if
I
you
walk
were?
with my bag so I could wipe myself as
You
I
just
need
walk
to
with a
wipe.
scandal bag?
I have my little hoe bag.
Candle bag.
Yeah.
Wait.
I can't. I'm
What
gonna drink to
if
that.
what is
I
in
am
the
going-
bag? What is in the
What's
bag?
in the
Like what?
bag?
I
what
have
is
my
in the-
little wipes. I have my little sprays. I have my little I don't need you to do nothing, bro. When I go in the bathroom, I'm good. I'm gonna clean myself up. I'm gonna bounce and I'm gonna go home and bathe. Like, what do you
Oh,
mean?
So you don't bathe there.
Who's bathing there at a pass-through thing?
Yeah, no.
First of all, half these niggas don't even clean their tub. I'm
They
not
really
stepping in
don't.
there. I might have to put my slippers on to bathe in their tub. No, thank you. If it's just a hit and run, I'm not bathing at your house.
Agreed.
Absolutely not. I'm a
Okay.
baby before I come.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave because I'm not staying long.
Right.
When we done, we done. I'm
When I
going
get
home to
home,
bed.
Yeah. I'm in the shower.
Really? Eh?
Girl.
Yeah.
I need to do better.
I'm not, no, because that's the thing. You can't treat
And-
every guy the same.
You can't.
Every guy cannot
No.
get the same treatment.
No.
Period.
I feel like that's just on the surface treatment. Like I would go in.
So
I
you-
would actually, if he's my man, I would wipe his balls and
But
his
of course,
penis.
that's what I'm
So that's what I'm saying.
saying.
Like if I'm handing
So
you
just
a
handing it to him is like, That's the lowered version.
That's a lower version.
That's the entry level.
Yeah,
Like,
entry
no,
level.
entry level is
saying,
wipes.
me wiping the dick, saying, "Oh, babe, you know what?
Good
that
job.
dick was a good
Absolutely,
job."
that's what you do.
That's a man.
When that's yours.
Yeah, but if he's my
That's
man,
your
I'll
dick. You
just
make sure
throw
you
it.
take care of it. You clean
But
it
even
up.
if that's your man, let him just turn over and let his salty dick just rub up on your sheets any night. It is what it is. It's a common courtesy.
I don't want those salty balls on my sheets. Me, I hate every time of them. Every time I have to change it. One thing I hate, like I know some women, they love the fucking bedspread. They like to put the cover up. Then they like to put the thing on the duvet. Hey, me, I even got rid of the one. You know the one where it has like the elastics at the side.
Yes.
I just go straight to the loose one and then put a duvet over. I don't have time for this. I don't. So I want you to wipe your balls before we fall asleep because he's gonna want to put it back in there.
Yes.
He's going to.
No, and have you suck it too. And you're just like,
so why wouldn't I prep it in the event?
And that's fine, right? I don't mind the wipe down. But again, that's for your man.
If he's gonna stay, then you wipe it.
Right.
You know you're gonna get around to
you're gonna do it
in
again
the morning or a little bit later.
Right.
Or as a common courtesy, if you know he's like, well, I gotta go check my my parents, and you don't want him to be smelling like your pussy when he leaves. Go pick up his ute. Them.
I don't care about that.
If that's the guy, but if that guy is like, if he has the status for me to wipe down his balls, then he has the status to take a shower.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a towel.
Take a shower. Like here's a towel. Here's
you get a towel and a washcloth. It's going in the shower. It's going in the laundry after that.
Right.
Take your towel. Take your thing. Have a little shower. Do your thing.
No doubt.
That's what he gets when he's at level. But if you are a smash
thing,
you're not getting that.
Baby wipes.
You're not getting that. You're getting wipes.
So what kind of, is there a particular feminine
close my
wipes
bathroom
you
door.
use? So they can't close the door?
Because then he's gonna wash his dick in the sink. I always find a reason to have to talk to them, or I'm in the bathroom too.
Together. While you're peeing, he can wash his dick.
No, he's not. He can't wash his dick. No.
You just give him a towel.
Yeah. You get your wipes. You might get some
and
paper towel.
When the towel looks all crumpled up on the thing, you're like,
or it's soaking wet. How I get wet so?
Yeah.
Because you bird batting your balls in my sink? No. Absolutely not. And it's men who told me that, eh? Men are the ones who confirmed that for me. They're like, yo, we always wash our dick in your sink. What are you talking about? I'm like, what? They're like, of course.
After you go and you see like there's like 100 tissues in the garbage can, you're just like,
he washed his dick in your sink.
I'm so glad I use bleach. I use bleach once a week.
You have to Pine Sol and spray down Clorox, bleach down that whole thing.
These men ain't shit.
Let me ask you guys something.
Ask us.
So just say you already had a baby from one man, and then he ends up being your ex.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go back to that person to have another baby from?
Well, like a Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson.
That's what I was trying to get at here.
Now, I have to say, no. But I could see where some people would, because they may have a similar situation where you may not have been compatible. You guys rate each other still, blah, blah, blah. So I could see how people could do it.
Sure.
Right? But I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No.
Why?
Because it's an ex and I'm not a crab.
I just feel like it's crazy as women how society kind of pressures us to say, okay, you had this one baby father and it's against the law for you to have any other baby fathers. And you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
most people want their sibling.
It's also frowned upon. And do you want to have 7 baby fathers?
But the thing is, people have been doing it and they've been flourishing.
Who does that? How many
There's
people do that?
I know people who have numerous of baby fathers. The pick-me, may have a little trauma, but you can have trauma. You can have trauma with having all your siblings with the same parents, and your parents are traumatic, right?
That's why I personally don't like to date a guy who has more than one baby mother, because if you knock me up by accident, I keep in it. And then, because I'm old, I don't want to be your third baby mother. Where does my kid fit in the equation? You mean Timothy got to be seen at 4 o'clock on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Nah.
Right? That's the situation.
I'm not trying to be anyone's third baby mother. I don't even want to be anyone's second baby mother.
But then how about if you, okay, fine. Then how about if you end up having that kid with this ex again, have a second child with the ex.
Yeah.
But you guys are not together and he doesn't want you, right? Yeah. But you just said, I want kids to have the same father. Same father.
Sure.
Just for society factors. So
if
no
he's a good father and he takes care of the child.
He finds a new wife and he ignores both children. Like, you're not gaining nothing from it.
Who does that?
People do that.
There are
Who
situations
allows
like
these
that,
men
but
to do
again,
that?
it's also
Do
what
people
kind of
allow that?
man are you choosing? Like,
Well, this
what
is
kind of
it.
man are you choosing? Because are
And
you
if
gonna
he
go
was a
back to
waste
a
from
waste?
before-
Exactly. You're gonna go back and knock up twice from a waste ass man because
Oh, girls do that. Lots of girls.
a lot of girls do that, and I'm like, I'm
You
sorry,
guys have to
not
stop
me.
it. Stop
You
it.
have to
Yeah, a
stop.
lot of girls
Not
do that.
happening.
And I think
Nope.
too, as women, like it's okay to make it's okay to be in love and be with
Yes.
somebody and it didn't work out.
Yes.
I don't feel that you have to let society determine to pressure you to go back into something that's toxic because you just want your kids to have
The
same father.
Right.
To me, it doesn't make any
Agreed.
sense. Like for generations, for years, for centuries, people it's been happening. So you're okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever makes you feel good, that's okay. But I just don't think that
find someone who loves you and respects you and wants to maybe marry you and commit to you and will love that first child like their own and then move forward. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't go back just
Don't go back.
for genetics sake or for last name purposes. That doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. Those things can be changed on paper with Revenue Service Canada. Like, it's easy. A couple of $45 to pay and then you change that. It's fine.
Have you guys ever been in a situation where your ex has a new girlfriend that's talking shit about you?
Oh yeah.
Based off of what they said, of course, what the ex has said, but have you ever like heard a situation where like the new girl is like, oh yeah, she was like this, da da da, that's why he left her.
Yeah.
Yeah, eh?
No.
Oh, because the problem is with the situation that I was in a few times is, again, I'm okay with men having female friends. It doesn't bother me, right? So when I'm in a relationship, when I was in a few relationships with certain men, they were chatty patties. And they were chatting relationship issues to that particular person. However, that person is only getting the one side of the story.
Right.
So Mel is traveling. Mel's going to carnival.
Yeah.
Men are in her inbox. And oh my God. And oh my God. So when they get the man now, they think they've reached a prize. And they feel like I'm better than Mel. Because I can be I'll be that better girlfriend than Mel, right?
I will make chicken Alfredo for him.
And that what is with the Alfredo? We were talking about, you know
what? No, finish your story.
So
Please, honestly, Alfredo. Thank you.
And so I've gotten to a point where someone I heard, not it was like a friend of a friend or whatever the case may be, and I heard from her perspective was that the reason why he broke up with me is because all I want to do is travel. And there are heaven forbid that
why would you want to do
and
that?
Heaven forbid that I asked him to come along to every escapade that I'm so called doing and fucking all these American men, which I should have. And you know, and you know the thing that bothers me about this whole the whole rumor thing or the whole thing that the woman thinks that they're better than you is that the things that people have said about me, I really wish I did it. Like, I wish I was in Trinidad and I fucked all the Douglas niggas that were trying to talk to me. Like, people don't understand. Like, in Trinidad, I'm gold.
Facts.
Period.
Yeah,
Canada, you're gold too.
No, not in Toronto.
Yeah,
but
well,
in Trinidad,
it's because they're just shy here. They don't approach.
Yes, right?
But
so it's kind of weird, and I just found it interesting. And she was chatting me. She was saying she was the better option. And then rules reversed. She doesn't realize, a lot of these women don't realize that I still talk to my exes.
Right.
And they're talking about you.
Right.
And they're saying all the negative things about you. So at the end of the day, as women, I believe, take your man and go. You won. If that's what you wanted, if you wanted my ex and you got him, hey, I'm happy for you. Because there's a bit of weight on my shoulder, my chest, my root chakra, everything is free now. And I'm okay. And I think the problem is women try to make themselves feel better. And it's just like, why? Why? For what?
It's
why are you telling people my business? And the thing is, why are you telling people my personal business? And to what? To make you feel better about yourself?
And that's what exes do. Exes always tell all kinds of shit. They divulge all your business. So just know any girl he's talking to after you, she definitely knows all your mix. She knows what your left tit looks like. She knows the twitch that you have when you come. She knows all of that shit because he telling you everything. You're telling her everything.
I've had it the other way where...
What was your way?
Where a guy's ex has seen me with him and is like, I don't like that girl.
For what? What was her reason?
I mean,
She knows. She see the vibes on
she
you.
knows that he leveled
She
up.
see the vibes.
Oh, hi, he took a level up.
So
Oh,
the
hi.
ex didn't like you
Correct.
just by the
Nobody's
way.
ex likes me.
Mm-mm.
No,
Really? Not at all?
None. And have gone out of their way to say things negative about me at parties, in the street, in my
Why?
inbox.
Wow.
Because girls are bored. Women are bored, I think, bored.
In your inbox though?
Like, have
okay, give
sent
me
me
an example.
messages.
Give me an example.
Like, oh girl, you have him now. I need you to know that he is manipulative and he's this and I'm like,
okay.
I'll
thanks,
find out.
honey. I will write you a report, 3-page report after I climb off of that penis.
Okay.
I'll send you my notes. And then he's talking
Both.
shit about her, how she was this, how she was that, how she was
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, listen, don't bash your ex in front of me because that's not gonna help
Yeah.
me
The
like you
situation.
anymore.
Yeah, that's
I don't
one thing I
care.
don't
Yeah, I
like.
tell guys, I'm like, don't bash your ex. I don't need to hear that.
Honestly, that's a bitch move.
Me because you
Like,
chose her, right?
Don't talk
be
shit
lame.
about your
Dude,
ex
this is
to the new
lame.
woman. That's the
Yeah,
bitchiest thing you could ever do.
lame.
And
Like-
you know what? It scares me because it's like when I hear a man complain about his ex to me,
Mm-hmm.
or when I'm his ex and then he complains about his new girl to me,
That too. That's even
it
more of a bitch
bothers
move.
me because it's like, is this what you were doing to me?
That's right.
And now I don't even know how much people know my personal business that
Right.
I personally
Tell ya, everybody
confided
know.
in you.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So it's
No.
just like,
Right.
I'm not okay with it. So let me ask you guys a question.
Okay.
So since we're into that whole discussing with the ex, whatever, how would you feel if your man at this present moment is discussing his personal issues that he has with you to his ex?
Absolutely not.
I'm not okay with that.
Nope.
I'm not, like,
No.
Like I said, that's
None
a
of
bitch.
us should be okay with that.
No, I'm not
Correct.
okay with that. I
Right.
think that first of all, I think your personal business with your whoever you are seeing, there's certain things that you just don't discuss. I understand everyone has to have an outlet.
Sure.
Everybody has to have their confidant that they talk to and talk through
Right.
things with or whatever.
Mhm.
But not your ex.
No, talk to your friends. Go,
Talk
take
to
it
your
Jesus.
virgin or pray
To
about it,
Jesus.
right? Go talk to your
Counseling.
pastor. Go
Counseling.
Or
talk to your
you
dad.
talk to your dudes. You
somebody
guys get in
else.
somebody's garage and you
Right?
spark the
You
blunt
burn a
and you
spliff.
open the Hennessy.
Right.
And you talk to your niggas about that.
Exactly.
Don't go to no girl
Nope.
and say, oh, well, my girlfriend and me and
Exactly.
he's having this problem. Oh, don't do that.
I don't
I
like
think
that
it's
at all.
whack.
Don't do that.
And especially if you're not even talking to your girl about the problem, like that's
Well, that's
disrespectful.
it too.
A lot of times they're talking about shit with other people that they haven't
They
even
haven't
addressed
even
with their
addressed.
girlfriend.
Come to
right?
me
So
and say,
go and do it.
Right. Because as
Right?
much as women, as
You
much
have
as
to be.
nothing bothers me more than a dude who doesn't want to come to me
Yeah.
or face a conversation with me. That nothing bothers me
Right.
more because they're afraid to get cuss or they're afraid that you're going to blow up or they're afraid you're going to be petty or you're going to be bitchy. Yeah, but that's
Set the
unfortunately
tone so
part
that
of
you don't have that behavior, right? You
Don't
set
let
the
it
tone.
get to that. And
How you approach
right
makes a difference.
So how would
Right.
you guys feel if one of your girls, like your hardcore, someone you ride
No.
with, you try let me continue. Someone you ride for, you're on road with her, you travel with her and ting, and she says that she wants to date your ex.
Absolutely not.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna give you 10.
How far, ex?
I
How
would
far?
say if it's my ex from high school,
Sure.
by all means,
Have at
he's
it.
all
Oh, God,
yours.
them is not
If
really
he's my
ex.
ex,
Yeah,
if he's
have
my
at
ex
it.
from
That's-
university, he's
Have
all
at it.
yours.
Have at it.
However, a year in,
No.
6 months in,
No.
as a friend, I'm gonna cut you off too.
I'm gonna
because-
say, if you were my friend
Yeah.
when I was dating him,
yeah,
absolutely not.
Yeah.
And if you have heard stories about him from me,
Mhm.
absolutely not.
Mhm.
Because if you've heard stories about him, that means that he meant something significant to me.
to you,
Right?
yes.
Even if we weren't friends at the time,
Sure.
he meant something to me. So from you've heard about him in a significant way from me, no,
Yeah.
absolutely not. If it's an ex, like if we bucked some guys in the club and I'm like,
Yeah.
and she's talking to, she's like, oh my God, that guy's sweet. And I'm like, oh shit, me and him used to fuck.
I
Or
said, right.
me and you used to talk or whatever the case is. And it was like long time ago or whatever. By
Yeah.
all means, yo.
Have at it.
Come. Let
Yeah.
me.
So
let
how
me
have your friends?
introduce you?
So
Let me
how have
introduce you.
How have you guys seen a guy that you think is nice, and your friend tells you, "Yo, I used to fuck that nigga."
Tasha and I have done that. Let's be honest. Sorry, Mel.
I'm sorry. I had to get up for that moment.
No, I mean it happens, right?
It
She was
happens.
honest,
This is
and
a
I
small-
asked,
In
this is-
Toronto.
and I said, "Did you sleep with him?" And she said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
She's like, "Truth be told, yeah."
I'm like that too. I'm
She's
like
like,
that too.
"But nothing ever." And I
But
said,
we're
"Well, then
not-
why aren't you dating him then? Like, if he's so great." She was
Right.
like, "I think you should date this guy. He's really nice." And I was like, "Well, then why you don't date him?"
She's
she's
like,
like-
you're single. How
She
come?
was like, "Well, it just didn't work out between us. We're good friends.
We're
We're
really
not
good
at that
friends."
level anymore." And I was like,
Yeah.
"All right, bet."
I think that's because you're mature.
Yes,
And I've-
she is.
So what?
I'm
Nobody else is mature?
No, because let's just be realistic. We're talking on the perspective of being okay with that was the moment that it was, right? And
Right.
we were realistic on whatever the situation was
Sure.
between you and that person.
Absolutely,
But
yes.
there are a lot of females, so don't think
People
men
are territorial.
we're like,
Yeah, we're
talk to
not-
my friends.
Yeah,
No, we're not
necessarily the
saying
norm.
that. We're not the
Right.
norm. So a lot of women do take it personal based on from
Yeah.
my Clubhouse
Yes.
conversations. Can I tell you I love
I
Clubhouse?
gotta join Clubhouse.
You have an iPhone?
No.
See, that's
Oh, is
why.
that only an iPhone
yeah,
thing?
only iPhone.
Oh, sorry.
Right now, but it's only iPhone right now because
Okay.
it's the beta testing. Once it gets into
Oh,
it,
okay.
don't worry,
You
girl.
got 5 minutes.
I got 7 invites. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're good. But what I was saying is in general,
Yeah.
like women are not going to be okay with their friends talking to it. So how about if your
Right.
friend just randomly said it wasn't technically an ex, but they liked the guy and they really, really liked him.
Sure.
I don't think I would be like, yeah.
They really, really liked him, but what?
But he didn't like them. I'd be like,
Okay,
that's
girl,
a free
you
for all,
can't-
right?
listen,
It's free for all,
You
right?
can't have dibs on somebody that
Thank
you like
A
but
friend
never
of mine
like
did
you
that to me.
back.
She's like, "Well, Denise, I know you used to talk to this guy. Was it serious?" And I said, "No." I said, "We smashed a couple of times." And she's like, "Well, would you have a problem with it?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, she's like, "Well, why aren't you guys together?" And I'm like, "Well, he's a douche, and you'll find out."
Yeah.
She found out the hard way.
Have fun.
Okay.
That's for her. Sorry.
I'm gonna ask you guys one question. This
5
is my
minutes.
surprise question for you guys.
Okay.
That's a surprise
Okay.
question.
Would you borrow? So just say your man is going through some hard times. He's broke. So I'm just gonna set it there. Would you borrow money from your ex? Because your ex is up. Your ex has money. He's doing well in life. Would you borrow money from your ex to save your husband? That's
No.
my surprise question.
Husband?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Husband.
Oh,
No.
No.
Why not?
Because I know that if ever he found out, he
Yes.
would be
Cheesed.
utterly,
So cheesed.
utterly disappointed and
men-
hurt. And
Men are pettier than us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
So that ex will always. Didn't you see Soul Food when the guy came into the salon
Right?
and then
he had to give your
said,
man job.
I had to get and then the guy got bussy face and the
Thank
people
you.
in workplace
Yeah, no.
because
No.
men are petty.
I'll find
and
a different way.
The ex will hold it over your man's head and he will hold
Yeah.
it over your head to try to get back in your pants.
Oh
Because that's what
shit!
men do.
Yes.
That's what he did in that movie, trying to
would
get
never
back
do
into
that.
Nia Long's pants.
Right?
And then he said something to the lady's husband in the
And
in the
suggested,
cafeteria.
yes. No, I would never.
So no.
I
No way.
personally would
Oh, I have a question.
talk to my ex first.
Your ex or your man?
I would talk to my husband first.
No, he's gonna say
Because
no.
Girl,
there
He's gonna
are
say
some
no.
there are some men
Those are prideless niggas, and you don't want
Yeah.
those ones.
there are
You don't
some
want no
men
prideless
who
niggas.
are able to detach
Those are
from
prideless.
what it is. Like
jellyfish
I know
of men.
guys who are
No.
okay with their girl to do the OnlyFans
Those men
to
have
pay their
vaginas.
bills.
Those guys have
that's
vaginas.
what you call a fuck boy.
Those guys
You
have
think that's a
vaginas.
Yes,
fuck
I
boy?
do.
Or do you just
Vagina.
If
think
you
that
want to have your girl do an OnlyFans and skin her
up, skin
fucking
up.
cat
Her pussy.
on an all OnlyFans
To pay
as your
the bills
wifey
in
to
a place
pay
that
what you should be paying?
That
I
guy's
disagree.
vagina.
I
That's
disagree.
Why?
I disagree. I feel like
No.
the man is just taking advantage of the moment, and he
No,
is
he's pimping out his lady.
Exactly. He's a fuck boy.
Yeah,
That's exactly what you're agreeing with us. He is taking advantage of the situation. He's hoeing out his fucking girl.
And then he'll never wife her. No.
Before
But how about if
he
he does?
And he will not.
How about if he goes and gets a fucking job?
Facts?
Oh,
Big facts.
hello?
Big facts.
What do you mean?
I'm just trying to come from.
Big facts.
Are you kidding?
I'm trying to come from all angles.
No.
Okay?
Don't know
I'm
how
coming
this
from
went
all
down.
angles.
No,
But you
ma'am.
said you had a question.
I lost it. My train of
What was
thought.
your question?
I
You
lost
said you
it.
had a question.
I lost it. I lost
Yo,
it.
let's read 2 of these horror stories, then we gotta wrap because this conversation is
No,
so
there has to be
juicy.
more. There's
Oh
got
my
to be more
god, we have so
questions.
much to talk about.
See,
We have so much to talk about.
But this is
going.
what you don't hear Tasha. Tasha's like, no, we're gonna do one season. There's nothing else.
No,
There's,
because
we're gonna do one topic. We can't do the topic again. But
we can't
Tasha
do
doesn't understand.
every
Like,
topic. She's like, we gotta do a second part to this. We're like, we can't
So
do 2
much
parts
tea.
to
There's
everything.
so much
But
tea
This
spilling.
one, okay,
Hot tea
let's keep
spilling
going.
everywhere.
We'll make this one a little bit longer of an episode,
Okay.
but let's keep going because
Okay.
I know our fans, our watchers, our viewers are well enthralled
They are.
in this
Right now they are.
conversation.
They are.
Okay,
all right.
so let's go.
let's go. Let me. You can do a horror story.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Do one.
let's read a horror story. So the first, the first one is: I thought I met a man of my dreams. He convinced me to move out of my parents' home and live together. A year later, I came home to an empty house and a note saying that he's getting back with his child's mother.
Girl.
He took everything. I was devastated.
Even the ice cube tray?
He take
Everything he paid for.
Ah.
So I did follow up with the person and asked how.
She slid her wrist after that?
No, she
I
didn't.
just
So
slit my
what
wrists.
happened was she was living with her parents at the time, right? And he wanted to have
Take
sex.
her out of her family home.
Yes, so he wanted to have sex with her freely.
Ah.
And so what he did was he said to her, let's move in together
Mhm.
and
So you gotta go dig out her front.
freely. So
Yes.
it doesn't have, because he doesn't have his own place.
Okay.
So then they got their own place
Was he
together.
actually done with his baby mother?
No, but she didn't know that.
Why didn't he have his own place?
Why couldn't he pay for
Why
a
do a
hotel?
lot of people?
Why couldn't he just pay for a hotel? That's dudes do that. I mean, I don't pay for a
If-
hotel.
right?
You better
You want the pumps?
Yeah, but
you
some
better
men
send me an
some-
email money transfer, and I mean my account's full of transfers.
Some
from
men can't pay that full
can't.
price.
What do you mean can't? If you can pay $1,400 a month for rent in the city of Toronto, you're gonna pay $109.99 for the Super 8 on Kingston Road to dig out my front for the night, and then you can go home. What are you crazy? It doesn't have to be the Radisson every time. I mean, we might Radisson it once
Once
or
in a
twice.
while.
But otherwise, you gotta dig out my front to the Super 8, so the long as the sheets
Can
are
I
clean.
say-
She said the Super 8.
know.
Don't kill me.
I'm going to
I don't
give
want to
everybody a warning. At my years of 39 years on this planet, if you even have the nerve to tell me you're going to take me to a Super 8,
Super 8 fine.
you,
Nothing wrong with the Super 8.
there's nothing wrong. But me, I am not living my good up place to go to Super
But
8.
you have a
But
place.
you have a place. If you didn't have, you
If
lived
you
in your
didn't have
dad's
a place.
house. If you lived in your
even
parents'
if
house.
I lived at my dad's house, they're not taking me. Even if I
Nothing
told
wrong
my,
with the Super
if I
8.
told my dad,
The clean-
if I told Uncle Sam today,
The sheets are clean.
this is it, my dad would be like, hey, my dad has showed me from the top. He's like, yo, don't let no man play you. You are here. And so I'm not saying that you have to take me to the Ritz-Carlton.
Well,
and
this is
relax.
it.
But there's Groupon. There is Groupon. So
You're
we
going
can
to the
avoid.
Super 8 for $74.99. You're good. It's fine. There's no bed bugs there. That's what I heard anyway. That's what I
I
heard.
cannot.
I love
The
it.
sheets are
it.
clean. The pop machine works.
Oh my God.
The ice
The
I like
one.
it. I like that.
It's
I
so
like. I
nice.
like that you're open minded. But me, don't try it. So
I mean, I got my own place now, so you know,
Come
Come
Miss underscore Azeez.
Are you Azeez? Are you Miss Azeez? Are you sure you want to put your information out
I
there?
was about
Because the
to say,
last time,
girl.
Listen, the
last
last
time,
time a
she-
bunch of creeps
Ah.
who follow you, motherfuckers.
No, they
came
don't
to
follow
me.
us.
No, they didn't.
they came from you. They came
No,
from
no, they and there's more. Listen, anytime I do something where my face is showing, the creeps. I just recently did lyric and party
Oh,
for
yes.
Kid Cut and
you. You did a good
Yes.
job. I saw that. You did a good
I
job.
didn't
Box
see.
side.
And we're gonna play that.
Did
Issa will
next,
find it.
did next night and the days leading after that, my inbox full of weirdos and friend requests.
Mhm.
I said, but I can't show my face on the people on TV screen in peace.
Because you
So-
look like you're a good time. I think
And I
that's
am a
what the
good time.
problem.
She's like,
Like,
I am.
And you have to admit to you look good. Like you
The
did.
aesthetics.
Yeah, the
Okay.
aesthetics of it wasn't
My
like
edges.
you didn't just come with you plopped the wig on and you had no
like,
makeup
you
on. You're like,
can't.
no,
Like,
but
the edges are down nicely. Hair's fluffy. Like,
Like a little dog.
Right.
like,
So
it's just the finest part cooling.
so this is one. So
Sorry, what did we say? Did we finish this horror story?
yeah,
what
that
happens
was
to this?
that was it.
That
She's
was it.
devastated.
She's a damn fool.
Yeah.
She ended up having to just
She
have
left
her
Go
her
back to her
Go back
parents.
home.
Of
Yeah,
course,
that's what she had
there's
to
no
do.
shame in that. Going
No.
back home.
She had to wait till the year Oh, actually, no, the year
The
was up.
lease?
The lease was up, and she was
Ross.
ready to
He
go.
did it at the right time. I would have told that dude he didn't have to sleep with me at the Super 8 until I knew where we were at before I moved out of my parents' house. And I know a lot of girls who do that. I know a lot of women who do that. They go.
I did it.
They-
I did it. I
they
did
buy
it.
a
I
condo.
did it.
You
I
went and bought a
did.
condo?
I didn't buy a condo, but I
out so you could take dick?
moved out to get
Take
dick.
dick?
Yeah, I did.
And then what happened?
But he was in my mind.
with him or by yourself?
With my I moved. Me.
Well, that's the difference.
What the name
My
of the
name
lease?
is the only name on
On
the
the
lease
lease.
where I
Yeah,
lived,
but
Child.
he.
and I didn't do it to take dick.
Now that I look back at it, he pretty much was in my head in regards to
do it.
You're a woman. You're turning 30. You're this and
Sure,
that.
but you could afford it.
Yes, because I had a good job.
You had 2 jobs at the time.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah.
I know. And it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And it's nothing
I
wrong
shouldn't
with
have
getting...
done it at the
Oh,
time.
Okay.
Because
I would've let
him
nobody-
and I
Yeah, okay.
never stayed together.
Sure,
and
sure.
technically, he wasn't paying any bills in that apartment.
That's okay, but you didn't need him to pay bills.
I didn't. But
No.
however,
He was living like if
he was
though.
living there. It was
Oh.
to a point
He
where,
had a toothbrush in your cup holder?
girl,
No.
toothbrush. It was to a point when we
He
broke
had a drawer and thing? He'd
Girl,
pull and he
drawer,
put any brief inside?
closet.
No.
And it was to a point when we broke up, the neighbors thought that it was his apartment and not
Hey.
mine, and asking me
Man.
why I'm still,
Okay.
because I'm too nice. It's my
You're too
twin.
damn nice,
because
that's the
me and she would
problem.
never do
See,
so.
that's
That can't be a
definitely
African
not.
thing because that's where Sydney is to be.
We don't play that shit.
See, when people see the mean face, I'm not even mean. I'm a sucker. I'm a
She is
sucker.
mean. She's
Okay.
mean. However, that's
Yes.
bullshit. Sorry, but
Go.
no, what that guy
You
did
gonna
was
do it?
shit. Go.
Oh, I'm gonna do. Oh,
First,
my
go.
girlfriend told me
Drink some
the
tea.
week before I went to college that I got her pregnant, knowing that we were not gonna date long distance. She sent me a picture of a stock photo pregnancy test.
She lied.
She cropped that was positive. I
Hey.
literally Google searched the positive pregnancy test,
Can
and
we
it was
search?
one of the first ones. I made her come over and take
Be on a
another
stick,
pregnant
yeah,
test
front
in
of
his
me.
face.
Yes.
It was negative, and she left. Thank God for Google.
Wow.
You know,
You have
why
to
do
hit that
ladies
bitch
do
with a
these
reverse
things?
search.
Why do women do this?
But
Bro?
some women get away with it.
Oh,
Listen, if
man.
Some women get away with
if
it.
Jamaicans have taught us nothing, picking a whole man
Man
again,
again, boom, boom.
Girl, one in a whole man again, stiff titty now. Even the good hole doesn't.
Trust
doesn't
me,
do it,
all
right?
You can quint
What
it
happened?
to the quince.
And it means nothing.
That's
to
absolute
a man who
madness.
wants to cheat.
And why
that's
would you?
madness?
Why
on
would
her
you go
part.
that far?
There's a lot of
I
dudes
am
out there.
not
There's
trying
ugly
to do
ones.
that.
There's decent ones. Because a few of the ugly ones that follow you guys follow me.
Why you have to preface it with
Nobody-
that? Follow you
It
guys.
does. There's a few.
Who? We need to.
Hey, what who?
we need to-
Who?
After. No, after.
Okay, this one more. Who?
And a few crazy women who have come to me on like some
Really?
yeah, on
Lesbian
like some,
or just
like on some lesbianish shit. And I was just like, all right, girl, well, you know, if I swing that, and I might have to swing that, like I'm getting old, and you know, the black man
Man,
not saying
stepping
anything. And
up,
if I,
so.
once I cross over to the white fellas, y'all don't listen. Y'all don't come to me if you see me with Joshua on my arm. I don't want no black guys to tell me nothing.
Don't be like, really?
Oh, Denise, that's you. That's you. Yeah, you guys was passing me right because I was on social media and I down Jack found you don't want to talk to me. Would leave me with Joshua now, eh? Oh.
Chad.
Chad, leave me on Chad now, eh?
Okay, next story.
Sorry.
Next story.
Chad.
Okay, this is the next horror story. I wasn't happy in my relationship and I told my ex that I wanted to break up. She broke down and told me she had cancer and needed my support. I stayed. Wow, she said she wanted to keep it a secret because she's still dealing with it. One day she said she had chemo. I saw her sitting at Starbucks and I found out that she was lying about having cancer.
I'm sorry.
Dog.
She's going to hell. She should go to hell.
She done reach already.
And a gasoline soaked
She's sitting
underwear.
waiting for the fucking man to light you up.
Light it.
How can you do that?
To
That
keep
is
a man. That's what we're doing to keep a man lying about pregnancy and
about
chemotherapy.
cancer.
What do you mean? People have been creating fake GoFundMes.
No, man, you can't call
Like the
down
gorilla,
cancer.
like the gorilla glue lady, like that.
No.
Let's not talk about that.
No.
Not even her. She donated it. She ended up having to donate
The
because she
girl
got
who?
she got
Because she
called
got
out.
her free ass surgery,
She got
so
her free
she
eye
better.
surgery, so she
No,
she's
honestly,
donated
She's
20
swimming
something.
like the river. I can't talk
I
about
can't.
Yeah, not today.
Honestly,
Not today.
that is absolutely despicable,
That's despicable.
that you would lie about having cancer
It's sad.
in
It's
order to
sad.
win back or
No.
keep your man
No.
or woman. That is
It's not that serious.
disgusting.
It's never that serious. There's lots out there. And if you love somebody, I have found that honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you are constantly thinking about that person, or if you're thinking about stalking, my thing is pick up the phone and call or text and see what happens. Pride and ego will be the death of black people.
Yeah.
That is the absolute, and mostly, and I'm going to say this truthfully, it's mostly men, will be the death of black men.
Yeah.
They refuse to pick up the phone and call or text us or whatever. They're waiting for us to do it. And 9.5 times out of 10, we will do it. But
Not
there's
all the
going to be a
time.
time where we're not going to do it. And there's not, because they're afraid to look like suckers or like punks. And it's not that. We don't think you're a punk or a sucker. Sometimes we're waiting for you to reach out to us as well. We're waiting for that too, because we're hurt by something that you've done. Reach out and see if you can fix it before it gets to this
that
level.
extreme,
It never needs to
This
get
is
to this
madness.
level. That is absolutely
You need
very
therapy.
I have one.
Yeah. Okay.
My ex testified at church that he was happy that he got rid of the demon in his life.
Hey,
And he stated,
we're at Raymond.
and he stated she was the demon.
Oh, wow.
In front of the congregation.
In front of the whole congregation. And he quoted her
Did he
name.
call her
He must
name?
have been
Oh,
the
she ended up going to a new church because
she was in the
couldn't-
same church and she sat down in the
That's
third
how
pew
she
and
knew the
heard
man.
that.
She
That's
was
how she knew the man
there.
called
And
her
heard
name.
him call her name in the third pew. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go to the front.
Wow.
I'm gonna
She
get,
had to
listen,
find.
I'm on team pretty, but I'm also on team pet tea.
They would have
Gotta go
prayed
to the
on me
front.
because I'm telling you.
They would have to drag me up. They
would have to put their hand on me.
Yeah, and say and rebuke the devil. I would have go to the front and shame me cunt. I'd have shame me and mother in front of the friggin' child, a trophy mother.
But how could you? Okay. But
Yeah.
how could you even defend yourself at that point? Like, he's literally testifying that God is so good that he released.
I would have gone up
anything.
and say, he's a liar! The devil is a liar! And I get up and shame his cunt.
That is so
No man is going to
funny.
shame me like that in public without me shaming him back. I don't care how petty it is. Too bad.
Yeah.
He's rude. That's petty on his
That's
part. Especially if he
hilarious.
knows that you couldn't wait for a week. She was sick. She didn't feel a little cramps. Didn't come to church today. And then you go call her
He
the lady name. You
fully
wait till you
called-
see she.
That is
It's your red hat. Sit down
despicable.
there. Nah.
And the fact that he called her name too. That's
She didn't
He
have,
coulda
but
said-
everybody in the church knew they were
They were-
together because you know when you're courting,
Yeah.
everybody knows.
Yeah.
So I have
Or they were
one.
courting. There was fuck.
Yeah, I have
'cause
one
those
more.
Christians
Yes,
behave that
but
way.
that's how they do, right? To
Right.
stay. I have one final one
Okay.
before we done this because we
Yes.
always.
Are there more questions?
Honestly,
more.
Denise,
No.
I have the questions are peripheral. I always have questions. I always believe to have more than never, just not enough.
Then not enough.
But we can
What is
bring you
that?
back again because
Anytime.
you are definitely a pleasure,
Absolutely.
and we actually appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's
So,
so
the last one was, and I want to know if you guys would do something like this.
All right.
I broke up with my girl that night. She provided me with dinner, and she put laxatives in my food. I was on the toilet for the whole day.
I would not.
I wouldn't do that.
That's too much karma. I'm not. I'm petty, but that's borderline. That's you're hurting somebody. You're making somebody ill. I would never do that to a guy. I don't care how upset I am. I would rather call down your baby mother or like.
Don't kill me.
I'd rather call your mom a bitch.
She said I would rather
tell you to
call
go suck
your
your
baby
mother.
mother.
I'd rather tell you to suck your mother than do something like that.
The
'cause that's more
laxatives.
disrespectful than laxatives. Yeah.
Have you guys ever called any family members
Never.
to tell them
Never.
about that? Me neither.
No, never.
And have you ever called out family members who dissed you for no particular
Nope.
reason in defense of their brother or whatever the case
Nobody's
may
ever
be?
done that.
One of my exes, his sister was like, oh, Denise, you're a bad person. His mom used to call me. She was like, Denise, so and so don't have no milk in his house, and you ain't helping him get milk. And I said, well, I look like a cow. You
Why
said-
she help your child get some milk in the
That's what I
house?
wanted to know.
It
Like,
is. You push him out?
I was told,
and his sister was upset with me.
and it's crazy. I was told from the actual man
Mm-hmm.
that his sisters were upset because why am I going on vacation? And because him and I had gotten into an accident. I'm going to be personal because it was pretty offensive to me personally.
Okay.
And back in the day when we were young, we can plan vacations a year in advance.
Of course.
Now I'm rolling on baller lifestyle. I
Yeah.
plan it when I feel like it. You
Facts.
understand? But we used to
Book
plan.
today, fly out
Yeah,
tomorrow.
exactly. Like we used to plan our carnivals in a
Yes.
way, right?
Mhm.
A year
Tickets
prior.
and party
So
ticket. Yes.
exactly, because you need to be
You have
prepared.
to be organized.
So I got in a car accident a month or two prior to, but we had already picked Cancun, Trinidad,
Right.
whatever the case may be.
Hopefully Geico ain't watching this. I'm sorry, Geico.
No, I don't. I don't trust insurance
State Farm?
companies, so
Sorry.
I'd rather just pay my money. I can't deal with them because they're scum buckets and they put people through hell. They tell people don't go to work. They tell people don't do this because it's gonna ruin their fucking
Right.
insurance
True.
when they have literally no livelihood, and then they don't even know how
They
much they're
have
gonna
money.
get, and then they're gonna be insulted for 8 hours. No.
Stop this.
But
So what
anyway,
happened?
Okay.
so what happened was I had already had my vacations planned and whatever, and we had gotten into a really bad car accident. I still went to I took 2 weeks off, but obviously bills, I live in the house myself. Bills have to get paid, and I help my mom, right? So I can't just say today I'm not gonna work and just wait till how the insurance company is gonna do it, because then my mom will be out and then I will be out. So I continued to go to work, and it was crazy because my back was so messed up. I was sleeping on the floor.
Right.
Oh my god.
It was really bad.
Oh my word.
But he was chilling, and obviously he was having issues with his employer, and he wasn't working, so child support stopped. So his baby mother said to him that I should be paying the remainder.
She's right.
His sisters.
Did you
his
climb on
sister-
top of her and breathe in her fucking
His
face?
sisters apparently, and the thing is, I would have never known.
Oh.
I would have never known if he just didn't tell me. But I think he was doing it in a way
Because he wanted you to offer some money.
He wanted me to offer and say,
he wanted to guilt you.
How is your... So the sister, he said to me, his sister said, how is your girl going on vacation when she knows that you owe child support or whatever? I'm going to tell you how I went on vacation.
Oh shit. Here it
and
comes.
knowing that he
First
owes
class.
child
That's
support.
how she went. First class.
First class.
The fuck.
Beach house. I was paying $200 US for a party. I was making sure, because you know what? That wasn't my responsibility.
Facts.
And at the end of the day, if I ever needed
After
money,
all.
my man, who is temporary, is not going to be the person I ask for assistance. I would ask my brother, and I would ask my sister.
Absolutely.
So as a sister, if you knew, or as a sibling, someone, you knew that your sibling couldn't pay the child support,
right. You pay it.
you pay it.
Because that's your niece or
That's
nephew.
your niece.
Right.
Because the last time I checked, my left finger is well bare. I'm gonna see a ring. Because if I seen a ring,
it's different.
it would be
if it's your wife,
completely
it's
different.
different.
'Cause I'm not gonna make my man look
unit.
stupid.
That's
You're
right.
supporting
Those are your
those are your
stepchildren, right? But you're just
stepchildren,
dating
but
this man. He has child support to pay. You're supposed to pay it
His
because
sisters
he's
are
sitting on the
bold.
fucking
His
couch.
sister is bold.
Bitch, are you mad?
He used to throw it. He tried to throw it. He used to throw it in my face.
That you didn't help him pay
Both his
child support?
baby mother made a comment and a few comments, and then the sisters made a comment. And he threw it in my face.
Nope. It's not your
And
job
you
to mind
didn't
his
help
kids.
him mind his
Yeah.
Because
children.
I didn't help him make those kids. That's why.
Meanwhile, I set a whole itinerary of so many things he could do with his daughter prior to, other than the times that he's allocated. So what people don't know, and that's the problem with me, I think my problem is I don't vocalize what I do on the back end.
But you don't need to, right?
I don't feel like I need to at the end of the day. I created a whole list of free things that he could do with his daughter. Okay?
With his broke ass.
To do. And also I encouraged him. So a lot of the baby mothers and sisters, whoever know, I was trying to encourage him to go beyond the time that he was supposed to, because to me that would show something. But I'm not gonna say that in person, but I dealt with all the insults. I was the issue. I was the problem. I like to go travel and party with my friends, and I'm not
that's bullshit.
dedicated in a relationship.
That's absolute bullshit.
You guys don't understand the distance
So,
I've been getting.
sorry.
We can talk about that another day.
That's bullshit.
But exes
Listen.
are different people, and I mean we've been exes and we have encountered exes, and that's never going to end, because you're always going to encounter somebody who may not like you for whatever reason, or you may not like the next one, or whatever the situation is. It's just a matter of maybe finding a mutual respect. My thing is, I don't care who your ex is. So long as she has mutual respect for me, I'm okay with that. I respect the fact that you might have children with her, or you guys had a whole history together, but I didn't do you nothing.
Yeah.
If your fella has left you for whatever reason, this way, my thing is just allow it. Just allow me. Take up your issues with him.
Yeah.
They don't have anything to do with me, because I'm certain that I have never intentionally taken away anybody's husband or father from their children. Unintentionally, if your nigga's following me, I'm so sorry. However, I'm not gonna see a dude with a wedding ring on and be like, ooh, I need you, come to me. We don't like. We're
Yeah,
not
no,
about
I'm
that,
not.
that kind of girl.
Definitely.
I'm
It's
not
turn
following.
off.
That is karma,
Correct.
girl.
Well,
So it's about being mutual. We're grown ups now. We're all grown ups. This is about women and men also being having mutual respect for one another, and just let's have open dialogue and conversations. I think that's what's important.
Important.
In life, that's what we're having now, and I think that's what we respect out of men, and that's what we respect as women from other women.
Right.
If you have a concern, come to me.
Yeah.
And let's
Come
talk
to me as a woman.
Let's get the women call you. They call you private number, like, oh, coming to you as a woman.
As
well,
a
why can't your
woman.
number show? Because if I have to call you to fuck back,
Right.
I hate the calling.
don't know what
me
they're
as a
gonna
private
get.
number. If you're called a girl private number and be like, why are you with my boyfriend? Mel,
I've
just let me
never
know.
made
No, I
those
have never
calls,
called a
no.
woman. I've called a guy.
No, I've never.
But I've never called a woman. Like, I don't care. To be very honest, I don't care about the woman.
Me neither.
I don't.
Neither.
I
I've
feel
never
like
called anybody. I'm not
women
doing
will
that shit.
call me,
Yeah.
and I love when the women call me,
Me too.
because they end up getting a reality check, because they understand now that you really don't know that they exist, and you didn't really know. And I think it's better when they call, because then they'll know, like, this woman really doesn't love my man the way I thought she did, or assumed.
Or even
or you want to hear
them
some
like
harsh
that,
realities.
like,
That I let your baby father smash me like a Yukon Gold potato with butter and sour cream and a sprinkling of chives and bacon. Smash.
loaded.
And he said this about you, and he said this
I'm
about you.
not gonna reveal that because I don't want to anger. I don't want to anger the dick, right? I don't want to anger my fella. But I'm gonna let you know, like, if you're calling me to say, "Oh my God, did you say you smashing my man?" Yes. Thursdays, Saturday, every other Wednesday after therapy.
I cannot.
What do you need to know? Like, I'm not lying for no nigga, neither. A dude
never.
once
Yeah.
asked me to lie for him
Never.
if his baby mother ever called me, and I was like,
Never. I would
Why?
never lie.
Because that means you're still with her. Why am I lying for you?
and I was like, what? I was like, I said, I got on my knees, I prayed to the Lord. I said, let her call me, God, Lord.
I wish sometimes they would call me
Wish
instead of
they
running
would
their
call me.
mouth
Wish they
behind my
would call
back.
me.
I
Yes.
wish you would call me, bro.
And I told a recent guy that I said, why don't you tell your baby mother to come to me, step to me, and if she has
Step
all,
to me,
because
bro.
I keep hearing all these things in the street.
Wow.
And I said,
Come to me.
unless your child would like to be an orphan, I would actually tell your baby mother not to step to me, because I'll kick off her face.
Oh.
And I don't care where she's from. I'll kick off a girl's
You
face.
fight? Would you fight? I would never
You
fight. I would
crazy?
never. I already broke my nail today because I know you guys are all looking at my
cannot
nail.
fight a girl.
I broke
Don't
it.
know me.
I will not. I refuse to fight. I've told Tasha this last week. I refuse to fight anybody.
I'm
Girls
not
have a lot
fighting
of
just
talk.
so,
Not
but if
just for that.
somebody
She's
Just
just
disrespect-
she's fighting.
If you
Yeah, of
disrespect
course.
me, I'm gonna
Yeah.
knock you down.
It doesn't matter
And
the
I don't care where you're
situation.
from.
If
The
you
girl was
step
like,
to
oh,
me in
she's
a
from Regent
disrespectful
Park, and I was
manner,
like, Regent
so
Park? I
the
don't care
fuck? Who cares?
what slum you live in, I'll knock your face off,
Yeah,
sister.
you think because you're from
Yo,
the hood
Bridget-
that you're a tough guy? Like, you know how much bitch ass niggas live in the fucking hood?
in the hood?
Shut up. Who
I was
cares
like,
where the
I
fuck
don't
you're
care
from?
if you live under a bench. I'm gonna knock you down.
So you two are gangsters.
No.
And I will quote
But
that.
it's true.
Big facts.
Denise, Miss Azeez, Tasha, Miss T.
Yeah.
They are
Big
gangsters.
facts.
Don't
Okay.
mess
It's
with
a,
them
it's a disrespect
anytime.
thing. It's a respect and a disrespect thing.
Absolutely.
And
I
some
agree.
yell enough for disrespect, and we don't. Where I come from, where we come
We don't
from,
take that shit.
disrespect
Period.
is met with disrespect.
Absolutely.
So
So I
that's
go.
all I'm saying. If I got your fella, you probably shouldn't step to me in the street.
Wow.
Because I also like a public audience. See how I'm looking down the barrel of this camera? I will world star you.
Today, she said, "I will world star you. Don't kill me."
World star, world star, world star.
On a boat ride, and you're gonna feel bad.
Because there's nowhere to go, nowhere to
this
escape.
was honestly
Beautiful. This is a great.
a
This is
lovely
great.
World
conversation.
star your ass.
I
And then sleep with your
know-
fella after that. And then I'm gonna put it on him.
Put it on him.
Like
You would
that.
do
God.
it. Oh wow. You
Raw
That's-
dog too. Don't test me. I'll breed for your baby father. Don't do it. Don't. Don't.
And on that note,
Sorry. Hi, Mom. And on that note.
bring it
But
on
I'm really
back.
nice.
But
Anyone wants to
honestly,
message me, Miss_Azeez message.
this was a fantastic conversation. Interesting as usual with the lovely
Thank
Miss
you,
Azeez.
ladies.
Yes,
You
thank
always
you so
bring
much.
the drama.
Listen, if you guys don't know about Chatbot, let me just Chatbot Toronto is where it's at.
Right.
For those who don't know, come through, check the link,
Yes.
subscribe, every
Follow,
week,
share.
follow, share. This is where
Yes.
it's at. If you guys have topics or suggestions, I say to hit these
Send
ladies
it
up.
out.
Yeah.
Because there is so much for our community to talk about. There is so
Absolutely.
much that we can delve into, and not just me. If you, some people are camera shy, sure. If you want to send it to me, send me the
Yes.
topics, and I
Yeah.
will send it on to them.
Mhm.
Or if there's things that you guys want to talk about, I'm happy to come back at any time. But
Absolutely.
Girl, you know you're coming back. Come on,
Girl, you
relax
coming
yourself.
back, girl.
these conversations are necessary.
You're like an honorary member now.
Right?
Right? Number 2, maybe 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna just always spruce you in.
Anytime. These conversations are necessary for our community.
I
It
agree.
helps to keep us together. It keeps things light in a very dark time of COVID that we're all experiencing right now. Our lockdown is now continued, and I'm just giving away what time of the year it is, but whatever.
That's all right. We're living through this.
But it's good to keep things light, and it's good to keep things real, and to keep things safe, and that's what we're doing now. See, we're keeping our little distance. So hit up the chat about ladies anytime, my friends. You guys are a little close. Yeah, I'm a little far apart.
Yeah. No, we have a phone. We have this phone separation. Tasha prefers this phone separation.
I like
divide.
space,
She like her
I like space.
She don't like when I'm on her. But yes. But
Hit
thank
them
you,
up, my friends.
everybody.
Thank you guys so much.
And thank you, Denise, for being here.
Thank you.
We love you.
Virtual
Thank
hugs,
you so much.
virtual. Thank you guys for
And
having
you
me.
guys like, follow, subscribe, share our YouTube channel. It's Chatbout Toronto. Our Instagram is Chatbout Toronto. Our Twitter is Chatbout Toronto.
Yes.
And
We
I
own
am
that.
Miss T from Ms Tea Likes It.
And I am Mel BLK Rose on Instagram. If you want to follow me, just don't send me weird messages.
Send
And
all
our
the dick
guest
pics to me.
today
all for
is
my archive.
your
It
handle?
is Miss_Azeez. Big ones, long ones. No, I'm kidding. Don't send me any. I don't want any. But hit me up, girls, guys. Hit me up for whatever, man. I'm down for whatever.
And join us next week, next time. Thank you so much for joining and listening and commenting. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Peace.